Furniture and shipping as a competitive advantage, they rarely go together. Bulky, costly, fragile, but it can be done. Just ask Freedom Furniture. Partnering with Ship It, they've saved a massive 20% on freight costs across Australia, and that's just the start. With Ship It's API integration, Freedom is easily managing multiple locations and saving big while doing it. They've automated fulfillment for over 50 stores and 100 dispatch points and streamlined their operations. Add expanded carrier options across Australia and New Zealand, and it's no wonder they've reduced cancellations and improved customer satisfaction. Want to optimize your fulfillment and delivery operations? Visit shipit.com to find out more and turn delivery into your competitive advantage.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's checkout features Cam Richardson, founder of Paysquad, the group payment platform that's flipping checkout on its head. Cam shares his fresh perspective on e-commerce, his latest inspirations, and the tech that he can't live without. Cam, thank you so much for joining us on the checkout. We had a brilliant main conversation where we talked about the amazing things that you're building with Paysquad, allowing groups of customers to join together to make big transactions, either as gifts or for people in their friendship or family circles. Some of the amazing stats that you gave us in there was around the average order value being over $800, and that was over 95% of groups actually reached their target goal, which blew my mind. But we are here to learn a little bit more about you. So I've got 5 quick questions. Number 1, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Thinking recently, it was a $35 bee suit, and it wasn't for beekeeping, but to do battle with wasps in my backyard.
I actually pictured you dressing up as a bee.
That'd be good, throw the wasps off a bit. But I wanted to add another little answer to this one of the same friends who bought me that 3-wheel motorbike also once bought online live locusts to release through my bed. So, it's sort of a give and a take sort of a friendship there. So we might be seeing locust squads.
At first, they fill your house with smoke from a motorbike that they're gifting to you, and then they give you a plague of locusts.
Yeah, we can't tell the landlords about this.
No. All right, number 2. Which retailer has most inspired you recently?
I've got to say Craft Club. They have such creative ads, a sweet product range, almost 250,000 followers. And just was really...
What kind of products are we talking?
They're Australia's fastest growing craft brand. So they're always hey, rather than having just another movie night with your friends, get out their kits they can send through for embroidery or rug making or moss kits. And be nanas for the afternoon. And they have just built the coolest brand around that. We plug for them. They also do corporate craft gigs as well. So it's a great team builder.
Awesome. And you could pay as a squad if you needed to.
You could indeed. And that is to help more crafternoons happen.
Oh, I love it. How good. Number 3, name a piece of tech that you or your business couldn't live without.
I still to go sort of Notion or something here, but I know really for us, it has been LinkedIn. When it's not the center of cringe, it is incredible for learning and networking and just finding out who's moving and shaking at the moment. There's also a pretty strong e-com contingency on there if you can, tie down the algorithm.
Yes. How do you tie down the algorithm? Let me in on your secrets.
You just have to all the people that are just posting vacuous nonsense, you just have to be hide, block, unfollow, and all the people that are just pumping out great content. Kyla from Profit Peak comes to mind. You're you're always commenting, and it helps her reach. It helps, keep your algorithm pure as well.
She's awesome. You do an awesome job of letting people into your personal life as well on LinkedIn. That's always the challenge for me. I'm very good at using it for work and sharing lessons and insights and connections. I'm more hesitant around sharing personal stuff on there. It's just me. But you do a great job in that yours isn't cringe. Yours is genuinely tied to your mission. How do you approach that?
That is a relief. So you never know. Sometimes when you're posting, you're oh, geez. For business, everyone's always talking about what's your why and everything. And so you might as well just share your real why, that's the whole thing. If there is an aspect of your why then you might as well just share it and be real and straight up about it, because that is what people connect with. And it reinforces it in your own mind as well.
Yeah, I love it. Don't stop doing that. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
All right, number 4, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
A really good one for dipping your toes into AI is This Day in AI podcast. You know, there's just so much out there, but if you go on there and look through the titles on something that you're like, oh, I did want to know a bit more about that, and throw it on, that can be pretty powerful.
What's the best hack or time saver that you're using AI for at the moment?
The start of the day, I do a huge voice note recorder of just like talking through all the stuff that is on my mind, all the ums and ahs, and I need to talk to this person. Then I post it all into an AI and just say, hey, based on all this waffle, can you create a wee plan for my morning to do this? And then, some of the interesting go-to-market AI plays mean that we can keep our team nice and small and strong, and still reach people without like just absolutely bombarding with like terrible things, but just ways that scale that effectively.
Yeah, cool. Great tips. Last one I've got for you, Cam. What is your biggest challenge today?
Honestly, it's looking at all of the opportunities and being intentionally brand and customer driven, because we either have to fall on the side of the squads that we serve or these merchants as well. And we want to do both in tandem, ideally, but sometimes there are merchants that come that just wouldn't really fit with, we had one, I hope they don't listen, but like a car cleaning one that was like, yes, like we want this. And you're like, it could be worth trying, but then they had like sort of these special requirements for the whole thing. And it would be really easy to sink half a day into serving that need of that merchant, but we just haven't seen the buying signals from the squads that have already used Paysquad. And so being the kind of person in the company that's not just chasing every new option, but being really brand focused has been important and a big challenge, frankly.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I got that sense from our main chat when I was the idiot throwing it to you every like little scenario, whether it's gifting, whether it's joint group decision making. There are so many ways, and I'm sure you've thought of them all around all the angles that you could go. But what I love is that you've gone, actually, we're solving a really specific problem and one that no one else is solving. So let's get this right first, because that's the bulk of the market, and then we can kind of spread the tentacles.
Yeah, that's the one.
Love it. Cam, thank you so much for joining us on the Checkout.
Legend.
To hear more from Cam, jump back into episode 502, where we unpack why Gen Z and millennials are ditching credit cards and why group buying might just be the next big thing in e-commerce.